It's been rightly said by the great Albert Einstein, if you look deep into the nature, you understand everything even better. And in today's day and age, there is nothing more truer than this, because in today's day and age, we have to realize that nature is one thing that we have to keep in mind. And what we don't do these days is we don't actually utilize nature. So this is Rohit Soni, and today my topic is to actually help you understand the reality between you and the nature, and how, if you understand some simple things regarding your daily life activities, if you understand some changes which you can actually make in your life, that will help not only you, your nature, this environment, this beautiful world that we live in, but also your upcoming generations. So let's actually talk about what's actually happening with nature. Let's talk about the problems now. Let's talk about why is it that we are unable to still help our nature grow, why we are still unable to make our environment the way we want it to be. Why is it so? Because of one human tendency. We will not care for something until it is gone. That's actually a human nature that we have to understand. Because if we don't understand, and if we don't care for something while it is with us, it will be gone and we'll always regret that. And that's an actual human tendency. And I'm not saying you to improve on that. What I'm saying is just consider this. Because if we do this one important change, if we understand this one important change, that caring it for now, taking care of it right now, is perhaps the most important thing in the world. Now, the reason why I'm here and the reason why I'm saying this is because we have been wasting it for a lot of years. Again, what I've said before is we don't care for something while it is, and then we regret making changes to it while it's gone. So this is something that should not go away from us. This is something we should come in contact with and make the change that's needed right now. And that's what nature is all about. Because for a lot of years, we have been wasting it, and the data today shows that the world's wildlife population has decreased by 52% on average by now. And this is something which is really important for us to understand. And the reason is, again, we don't care for something while it's gone. So I'm not here to tell you magic strategies to help it or something like that. But I'm here to tell you to understand why it is important for us. Because for years and years, for a lot of years, be it animals, be it our food, be it water, we are not utilizing them in the right way. And me, who has worked with Enactus for like 3 years, have understood why its importance is utmost right now. We have to understand, be it food, be it water, be it animals, they're all part of nature, because if they are not there, then we won't be able to survive. That's the most important thing, right? So this cycle needs to keep on going, and it can only go in the right way if we start understanding. So I have my question. My question to you is, why is it that nature always has to suffer? Why is it that nature is always in the position to suffer? That's my question to you. You can let me know like anywhere, but that's my question to you. And the bigger thing, the bigger picture here is that if not now, when? That's the bigger question. Instead of the first question, you can answer that. But the bigger is, if not now, when? Now just imagine how your life would look like if there's no nature. Scientists, research has said that there won't be any life on Earth. Yes, for some time air might be there, oxygen might be there, but it will all be gone if there's no existence of food, animals and stuff like that. And this is the time for us to actually understand that understanding why it is important and making the right change holds utmost importance, because trees, plants, they're all our, in our nature. And if they are gone, nothing can actually, be worse than that. And this is a gentle reminder that if we don't focus on it right now, it will take us a long, long, long time to recover. because now is the time to make that happen. So my question to you is, do you want to make that happen? Do you want this to happen to us? Do you want all of these things to go away? Your answer must be no, Rohit. This should not happen. So what should we do regarding this? What should we do right now to make the exact change that's always been needed? So here I am to tell you three strategies that can help you, because that's what I have done in my journey with Enactus. That's what I have seen, and that's what I believe that can actually help us. So the three strategies are, the first one is start cleanup communities. What I always believe is that when you have a lot of people working together, it not only brings accountability, but it also brings an inspiration within to actually make a change. So if we start bringing communities together, if we start bringing all those together, what that would do is that it will inspire each other to work on the environment, work on the things that are actually important to us, work on the loopholes, work on the things that we can actually help our environment with. It could be the nature, it could be animals, it could be the wastage that we are doing, it could be understanding why we should change that. So these are some of the important things while creating communities, with our people. By creating communities, that would not only help our nature, that would also help, and that will also install a belief in the mind of people that if we work together on this particular aspect, which can actually help our future generations, and then that installation in our mind will help us grow and will help our nature. And that's the much more important thing. The second one is school. Like in our childhood, we all understood the importance of science, we all understood the importance of environment, and we all understood why it is really important for us to restore it, why it's important for us to restore the beauty of nature. But what we don't do, and what we are not taught in childhood, is what should we do right this second? What skills should we have that can help actually restore the environment? In our childhood, no one takes us to the garden and tell us, this is what you should do every day for environment. They don't tell all that. And the reason is, maybe it's the education system or stuff like that. But if we start changing that, and instead of that, if we start telling students that, hey, you go there, plant a tree every single day, I'll have this report, and keep them accountable for that. And if you do this, you'll get this reward. And this reward system, what that will do to students is that it will not only help us understand the importance of environment, it will not only help them understand why it is important to restore it, it will also help them understand that they are the ones who will actually change it. They are the ones who will actually save it, and they can tell their future generations that they have done something to help restore the environment in their childhood, and they are still doing it, and then they can set the example for the upcoming generations. Why we are here? I'm here to not tell you why it is important today, but it is important tomorrow actually. It is important for our future generations to change the way that we handle our environment. So if those school students today, understand the importance and they know what they are doing with the environment to restore it, then in their subconscious they will also teach their own children. And this can go on and on for future generations, because at the end of the day what we are doing is we are sharing it and we are doing it for our future generations. That's the thing. And the third and one of the most important is spread the word. What I have seen in my career, what I have seen as someone who has written for a lot of people, is spreading words, spreading the right language, spreading the right message to the people does an incredible job. If you watch a movie and if the movie is good and that word of mouth can help that movie restore billions and make billions. That's what we can do with the nature as well. Let's talk about it a lot. Let's make this pledge to talk about this a lot, because if we'll talk about it a lot, we'll understand it a lot as well. So the moment we start talking about it a lot, the moment we start making this our mission to actually save it, the more accountable we will become. And that actually works. This is not something which is like imaginary. This is something that actually happens in the real world. Start spreading the word on why it is important. Start sharing that, because we don't do that much. We actually don't do that much. And this is one of those things that can actually restore this beautiful gift that God has given us. And Now, the thing is, we have all these strategies, we have all these steps. And now by the end of this talk, I would like to say you that it's not nature versus you. It's actually you versus you. Because the moment you defeat nature, you'll defeat yourself as well. But the moment nature wins, you win as well. So it's not nature versus you. It's actually you versus you. Start doing this, start saving it today, and see your future generations happy, healthy, and fulfilled. This is my talk, and I hope you understood why it is really important. It's you versus you, not nature versus you. Thank you so much. This is Rohit signing off.